This na Marampa Mines Limited, where they na Potloko districts. It sits inside two chiefdoms, where na Marampa chiefdom and Mafoki chiefdom. We know the Losal community for being a mining community since the days of the Delco mining company, we made it in the 70s and in the 80s, and we know for a very long time on to 2007, 2008, where we get the London mining they operates at this community till 2014, where we get the Ebola outbreak, and they may make mining operation may cease na this community here. And also from then we get Sierra Leone mining, SL mining, where we can take over this mining operation. Then SEF may operate for some years and also stop. Now we get the MML. The MML may get them licensed inside 2021, and at the end of the day, inside 2023, then start to pay them force CDF, we mean Community Development Fund, where in the old loans, I mean 38 billion loans, and in dollar, now about $1.7 million. This money where they give, according to the Mines and Minerals Act of 2022, for development projects now various communities where the mining community they operate. For example, now for this MML mining community, we get the Mafoki and Marampa chiefdoms, and then get various communities them. The CDC, when are the Community Development Committee, most times they in charge of them development projects here. Inside the CDC, we get the paramount chief, the members of parliament, youth representative, women's representative at the end of the day. So now we get no less than person than the presidential spokesman, Dr. Alpha Khan. Dr. Khan, what in this mean to the people of Mafoki and Marampa chiefdom?
Unimaginable. It means wonderful things. It means better than come for me. It means that we own the lands. Usai then benefit here they come out for Sierra Leone. It's going directly to us as owners of the land. This money within the can get today, not to money for government, not to royalty, not to mining license fee, not to surface rent, not to tax, not to environment fee. Now money within the GIWI for let we develop critical areas for we own welfare. Usai we day. It will also go to schools. It will go to community centers. It will go to feeder roads. It will go to culverts. It will make access to agricultural produce easier for we when we have this kind of money. And this is money where we manage directly. Or to government they manage them, or to the company they manage them. There is a committee called the CDC, the Community Development Committee. When are we? Within Aya, Mafoki, and Marampa. Now we put those members together. Now them would they bring what we want for do, na Magbingbera, what we want for do, na Tindata, what we want for do, na Rufinka, what we want for do, na Rupetkur, for make we show them say, yeah, now what well we need. Yeah, na solar we need.
In 2023 and in April, this time program can happen so today when President carries symbolic handing over to check. They say that the biggest ever, but none of the amount it. The mining company will get about 38 billion old loans and about $1.7 million. Waiting as some of the feedback there, waiting as some of the people say we don't happen. You know, original Potloko.
Well, first of all, I know say the CDC in Marampa, then don't put solar lights in over 75 villages affected. They all get light now. I know say the CDC in Marampa, and they rehabilitate the old town hall we get. Then they beautify the town. They're building a clock tower where it will be a place of congregation for young people in the evenings. And also they have given scholarships for universities, for secondary schools, and higher technical education. So the money, then they use them in a way where it help the development effort, where they track the development trajectory, where President Bio don't put for way. So for me, this is a very good thing. And for make you ask me, say the last time in 2023 we received 38 billion. That is huge. But now we're going to receive a lot more. Because in 2023, now been just about 1 million tons with the export. This one is going to be over 3.5 million tons. I don't know how much, but you can imagine it will be more than 3 times what we received the last time. So we are looking forward to a bumper check, a huge check. We will help for make we develop we areas now soon. And this we have only President Bill to thank for it. This CDF 1%. Now something we me as foreign mining minister then have been put in the Mines and Minerals Act. But before long I was transferred to another ministry. And I ever say, they don't ever go give this money to any community until we President Bill come in 2023. You don't give the one them na Ferengbeya, don't give them Tutem, don't give them now Magbroka, don't give them Port Loko Naya. And the 1%, the companies then begin paying because they know say he's a serious president. They know saying a president we care about good governance, we're transparent. The companies begin comply with the policy even before it became an act of parliament. So now that it is an act of parliament, we commend the companies for where they follow the president in own vision for him people and help us for we develop with rural areas.
Dr. Khan, one of the concerns of the locals now for NCC, the one that we get the skills for be employed now this mining company. What thing governments don't do for ensure say local content be adhered to by the MML?
I'm glad you mentioned local content. Local content is not only a policy, it is an act. They put obligation by any foreign company we can have for can work for give priority to skilled local members who sabi do the work, and that is what is happening, and the government is overseeing that. But above that, the Minister of Labour and Social Security, Employment and Social Security, when I know say instead just to pass an act, we then get written in called now factory inspectorate. We can go into any company for go check the number of employees, what they are employed for, what they can do, what they are doing, and then compare whether there are any people in country or in the location who are able to do that. If they're there, then the company has a problem. If they're not there, yes, they can bring. But government is enforcing that policy.
Thank you very much, Alhaji Alpha Khan. So, then the presidential spokesman for Udat Nonoam, and they give an update of waiting the latest developments when it comes to community development. For as somebody we born at Port Loko district, it don't make a lot of statements. Say this now difference on the earlier we SLBC me engage Dr. Kamara, we now the communications director and community affairs. So Dr. Kamara, for Nefam will know more. Just give you a brief idea waiting MML gets now today.
MML get big event today. Now combo event, meaning 2 events in one. The first one, the President they can commission M375. We mean the company they can begin produce 3.75 million tons per year, and we talk about high quality iron ore. The second one, the President they can formally present a check to the Paramount Chief of Mafoki and the Paramount Chief of Marampa. This check here now for 2 years, 2023 and 2024. Now big check where no community don't ever get this kind of money also from any company. Why
not they make that claim? Because when I go also na the SLBC and now they make that claim, they say now the biggest ever CDF fund we get for. Why who's kind what thing go na the confidence?
Because we don't see all the check there where the other company they give from the beginning. From 19 almost to now. One day, no company no give that kind of money there. Even the 10 way the president can give 38 billion leos. We top the line. Nobody no ever get it. So now for 2 years. I don't know exactly how much, but I know say it big and no community no ever get that kind of money there as CDF.
Dr. Kamara, before now, issues of conflicts between landowners and other people of the mining company, so the secret society go come out say today, on another operate now. No, it's not unique to Marampa and Mafoki, it happen all side, and also in the happen now. So you are the community relations person. So tell me, how far the mining company don't handle that situation they now?
Well, MML is unique in the sense that it's very sensitive to the thoughts and feelings and concerns of the community. Yes, we can get waiting with man called TIFF, TIFF. That name Creole called Chamot, but we never get strike now, major strike, because we engage the community them very meaningfully. All the time we engage them, and the only thief what I remember recently now it come out from crop assessment, but we resolve them peacefully and we move on. Cause no major problem to the company, and I don't there for over 5 years. One day no major strike not take place now because of the robust engagement we they get with the community. So then trust we.
Okay, so they represent the company and you also the part of the community development committee. So this money we get for council, wait today then get for give to the chiefdoms them. But in some of the things they don't hear from them, where they want to do for this year, where they come 2025 and 2026. But now some of the development agenda the way the community don't put forward to now.
Oh, thank you. The community then don't put forward Boku projects where they don't line up. Na Marampa and na Mafoki. Marampa, for example, they line up a project like 100-bed hospital. Then get agriculture project where they na the pipeline. We go make Marampa able feed himself when he take off. Then get the light project for Lonsar for light up the town. Because as you self know, no sustainable development no they take place outside light no day. Right? So they want light. Mafoki, for example, they don't submit a proposal and they don't approve them for a very, very modern, high, state-of-the-art multi-purpose building. And then get other things like agriculture, education, and all this other. They all don't line up, they wait for this money.
Some man go and will say mining company they go without get effect or major or little effect on the environment. So waiting on a compliance in terms of protecting the environment and restoring the afforestation back to Sayusan around the forest. Waiting on commitments to afforestation and environmental protection. Even when business people not try for make profits.
Well, first of all, the mining lease or license agreement where MML signed with government gets a clause where say after some time you they reclaim the land. That if you don't dig a left hole now, they can again. You have to cover now and make it safe. So MML very big on safety because we mantra now safety first. Safety of the people that where they work, safety of the environment. So yes, they're concerned but waiting they happen to the environment and they want to reduce even the carbon footprint, make them very low. So now make them they go to the green technology where they help mining for redefine, refine and mining will make a new.
Okay, finally, Dr. Kamara, as the people don't present the expectation and development ideas, waiting as a mining company, waiting on expect from them.
Well, we expect the people for own the company. Waiting that naming. Where you own the company, say this now volume, where them benefit, me benefit. The thief from the company. They connive for defraud the company. They disrupt company work. Then they make sure say the company go before, then do well, the community do well, the government do well. So we all do well. Now that we expect from the people.
Thank you very much, Dr. Khan, the Director of Communications and Community Affairs na MML. So thank you very much for talking to me, sir. So as you hear from Dr. Khan, this is a very big opportunity. But one thing where everybody eager for can know now this amount we dem say na the biggest ever. You know, as I ask am a question, how wetin go na the confidence or say na the biggest money ever they don't give to a community. They say because they don't privilege for see most of the checks them way they don't give to the various communities. So at the end of the day, it's saying na the biggest ever. So many people here eager for see that amount say and waiting there for comot from am. You know, these events are very important events wherein we see a lot of government officials them we come for grace this occasion. From the community people them, then now they get revenue. So from waiting we don't observe at the end of the day, we don't see say from the last money then key this help the community. Now we get no less a person here, a member of parliament, we in Honorable Musa, we also care for grace this occasion. So Honorable Musa, you can tell Fambulem as a member of parliament, you made in the 5th parliament where they make the law for say now 1% for count profits of the mining company for go to the community. So can tell you take them from there.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to tell you thank you for covering the program. And indeed, we've been there at the 5th Parliament where we receive the mining law, or they call the mining bill by then, we come from the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources, and NMA, when at the technical body, we say they want for law review the Mines and Minerals Act of 2009, meaning for repeal something there and replace, and at the same time for add some value to the 2022 Mines and Minerals Act. But you can be assured, say, some of the goodies them, they get for do with the increment of the surface rent and the consultation of community stakeholders where get them community land before finally any mining company will come for mine. But one of the good thing we did in that bill, it not only get for do with the 1% CDA, it also get for do with the 20% where they under section 114, where they say at the end of every year, government from your royalties, government they also take 20% will go come na every district where this money go there for other communities where no get any mining right, meaning they no get mineral na their own chiefdoms. Because for example, Port Loko, you get Marampa, we get this particular program. So I think that only Marampa and Mafoki, they part of this concession. So for those chiefdoms where not belongs, government say it will also do an assistance from your royalties where will come to them. Of course, the CDA na be a very big crisis. Like me from Kono district, I think this now one of the things will affect the district for decades. Imagine Diamond on Kono from 1930, we not ever benefit from mining royalties we go benefit the district. But today, because for every turnover we mining company do, you they get 1%. Where trading have been 0.1%, 0.5%. Every mining company can put in your law, but under the leadership of the retired brigadier Julius Madabio, it has been changed. So today, people go here waiting for the surface rent now. Some of we don't know the figure. But last one before president go to elections, president pay CDA now with $1.7 million, above 30 billion salon money of all loans. So I feel say this is a blessing for this country and a blessing for mining communities, and also those who not get mining will also benefit from that particular column we are talking about.
So as a member of parliament, waiting at your expectation, even though yes, the law day, but at times parliament gets what to call oversight functions. So waiting on a commitment for CC, actually this money where they can give, it benefits the people, and also the mining company comply to environmental laws and other things. Waiting on a commitment.
You can be assured of them oversight here, because me there for represent the chairman of Mines and Mineral Resources, but they also chair the local government committee. We get members of parliament from Port Loko district where they are. The full Port Loko MPs from both sides, the SLPP and APC Port Loko MPs, then they are. Then I can assure you say the 16 MPs from the Mines and Mineral Resources, then they are. All this now for we also show commitment to responsibility in our parliament. Say we roll not to only representation, not to only for debate and make good laws, but now for also make sure so we conduct oversight on government line ministries, departments and agencies for let them do exactly waiting we can go past that parliament as budget for every year, and waiting and they also do, but also waiting critical that this them money are they go to communities, it gets shared in line. You get constituency development 10%, you get the district council in 10%, you get the paramount chief in 15%, and government say 70% for go to landowners. Well, I want to say now because of the political will, because we get 2009 Mines and Minerals Act, The sharing not been there at that level. But under this leadership of President Julius Maada Bio, I think it don't make them very clear. Say 70% for go to landowners. This money na money where landowners for shape among themselves for their livelihood because that they may not get the land. And now, as I say, Corona brighter example. Because we don't mind for over 50, 60, 70 years, you still get communities where highly deplorable because we not been fortunate for meet up some of them can benefit here. But today, I think for the last 6 years, communities where they can see what thing they happen now. And from where the 2022 Mines and Minerals Act don't come, the community of Tonkolili and the community of Potloko, where get the 2 iron ore mines, they benefit huge. So that they show say the ministries they do their job, NMA they do in job, and government already don't do in own. And Parliament also go continue for do their own.
Thank you very much, Honorable Musa. The representative of the Committee on Mines and Mineral Resources now, the Parliament, the 6th Parliament of Sierra Leone. Before now, I'm a member of the Development Committee, and as him they talk, most of the things where they disadvantage the community, the way host mining company them. Parliament may change most of them thing and you know the unique thing now for this CDF from some mining company may get 0.001, some are 0.005%. Them they choose for give waiting they want give. There was no unique law where they say when it comes to CDF. Now this time for give. But the current law, the Mines and Minerals Act of 2022, don't make it possible for all mining company for comply for get 1% of them profit where they get every year to the various communities them we host them. So then they be a lot to the government of Sierra Leone and also the people of Sierra Leone, because at the end of the day, this mining company not the only benefits directly the people, also the central government they get taxed from this because the mining company they pay their royalties in dollars. Then they also they help for the foreign exchange, for boost the foreign exchange, because at the end of the day we need the foreign exchange for do business. When we get more business so they operate, they help for decrease what we call the inflation of the country, because the more we depend for import things them we know the exports, then they make the dollar, the more they go up and the loans they depreciate. So one of the good things that were very important. Now for now we see them mining company come back the country and then follow the law them way they for benefit the people of Sierra Leone, because only when you get the resources and you benefit, some people can say yes, all them things are good, but one of the concerns them way people don't they get for mining company is that nobody process the iron ore. Now then most people they want see now wait time in the future. One of us say this iron ore where the raw iron ore they make so then bring process and we get the iron ore itself where at the end of the day go benefit the country more, because the more you process the more you get US dollar for come now your country. But when you import more than you export, it affects the economy in a negative manner. So as you see now the high table here, we see the US ambassador we present here. That they show say this not a local business. Forget diplomats from the United States of America we present now this occasion, and other host of government officials also they now this place. So as you see over on my left, you go see people in different attires. So then they in blue we represents the beneficiaries them, when they in a unique t-shirts where they get inscription say thank you very much to the government of Sierra Leone. This means a lot for the people of Sierra Leone, and one for see also as a country that's mining benefits the people and it benefits them in a positive way. Mining company don't boast say it's not the biggest ever CDF this ever in the history of Sierra Leone. We a mining company don't do to who are hosting communities. So Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio as they come for can do this symbolic ceremony. The President of the Republic of Sierra Leone the approach and in a day in a Africana attire, most Sierra Leoneans every Friday they put on Africana. So accompanied by the CEO of the MML and also other government dignitaries. So this is a unique day for the people of Mafuki. And so far we go get more updates as the events they unfold.
Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly take your seats as we are going to do the prayers. I now call on Sheikh Alhaji Ibrahim Kaloko for the Muslim prayers, and Christian prayers is Justina Hannah Johnson.
Ba'da alhamdulillahi wassalatu ala nabi. After we don't tell Sengi to Almighty Allah, we give a praise to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We dey try for car open this blessed meeting, inshallah, by saying, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna fatahna laka fathan mubina liyaghfira laka Allahu ma taqaddama min dhanbika wa ma ta'akhkhar wa yutimma ni'matahu alayk wa yahdiyaka siratan mustaqima wa yansuraka Allahu nasran aziza. Allahumma rabbana ya rab ansurna nasrika bi nasrikal aziz. Allahumma rabbana ya rab anta amartana bidu'aika wa wasana bil ijaba faqad da'unaka kama amartana fastajib du'aina kama wa'atana innaka la tukhliful mi'ad. Subhanaka rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wassalamun 'alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Al-Fatiha.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let us bow our heads in prayer. Father, in the name of Jesus, we praise you for this event of commissioning of the M375 expansion and the presentation of the Community Development Fund and the purpose for which it is meant. We know that when we gather together, you always have a divine agenda. Father, thank you for every seat that has been filled here today. For each mind and heart that feels the presence of this gathering, we thank you. We have our ideas of vision, hints, and daily instructions. We have talents, abilities, and time to work. However, only you can see in perfect details the end of every beginning, every project, every season, and every life. Nothing is ever in vain, for even mistakes and missteps are used for good. We stand on behalf of Sierra Leone land. May our land be a source of sustenance and joy. Your righteousness transcends all our efforts and understanding. Forgive us for our pride, the pride that puffs us up, and the pride that threatens to unqualify us. Strengthen our confidence in who you have made us to be. Set us free from comparison in order to work together efficiently. Bless this meeting today, all those present, as well as those lives of those which we encounter afterwards. Ready us to make every moment count. Keep love at the forefront of our minds. today and guiding light for all set out to accomplish and celebrate. At this point, may the words of our mouth and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable in thy sight, O God, our strength and our Redeemer. Amen.
Good afternoon again, everybody. My name is Winifred Moira Johnson Williams, a mechanical and maintenance engineer serving as the heavy mining equipment senior supervisor and the private sector. Our career includes with the several UN agencies.
Thank you, Winifred. His Excellency, the President, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, Chief Minister, Minister of Mines, Ministers and Deputy Ministers present, the U.S. Ambassador to Sierra Leone, the UK High Commissioner to Sierra Leone, the Leader of Government Business, MPs, Paramount Chiefs of Mafoki Marampa Districts, community members, our distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am referred to him. He's been an integral part of the community relations between Marampa and our beneficiary communities. So as we welcome him, it is also with a sad heart that we bid farewell to him as he goes on retirement. But we want to say thank you for your hard work. We know this is not goodbye, and we know that you're going to continue supporting MML and the communities in building great partnerships. Please welcome to the stage, Prof. Sheikh Kamara.
Thank you very much, Jasmine. Indeed, I am not divorcing MML, I'm only retiring from MML. As I've always maintained, my name is Sheikh Umar Kamara, and my title is Professor. Your Excellency, President Julius Maada Bio, ministers and other officials of government, the Lottie Party, my MML family, distinguished guests, beautiful ladies and handsome gentlemen. On behalf of Marampa and Mafoki, I welcome you all so warmly to Masaboin Hills of Marampa. There are moments in history, and in the history of our country, in the history of our community, and in the history of MML, this moment is a fine and historic one. Today, our dear President, like he has done 2 years ago, in a combo event, is going to present to the paramount chiefs of Mafoki and Marampa a check for 2 years, 2023 and 2024. And I can assure everyone here that no community in this country has ever received the money in that check for a development fund. None. As you remember, about 2 years ago, President Bio delivered a check here, gave us $38 billion leones. And he challenged us to do good things with it. Mr. President, we are doing wonderful things with it. Yes, times there were when money would come here and disappear there. Creole say, money go come, if all foot go back na do. No more of that. Today, Mr. President, I can assure you that where money can would again sit on place. Done, would they make sure say, Foko pin, not the commodity. Mr. President, we have to thank you for the role you have played in ensuring that these communities receive 1% from the company for their own development. Thank you so much. As Director of Community Relations, it is my duty to report to the President and to all of you here that the relationship between the community and this company has been very healthy. It is built on mutual respect. And the fact that for the past 5 years or more, there's never been a serious strike here, unlike previous years, shows that we have a robust mechanism to engage the community in a very meaningful way. And that is something that MNL is proud of and will remain to be proud of. Mr. President, I have been told not to talk too much today, and I'm going to be very brief. But I cannot leave this podium without saying this. Marampa and Mafoki have started seeing what they had always heard from other people, the phrase development, sustainable development. But I know Dr. Kande Kole Yumkela is not here, but he is my witness to say that no development, no sustainable development can occur in the absence of electricity, in the absence of light. So Marampa is developing. Marampa has a lot of money, and today the president is to give us some more, is going to give us some more. But Marampa is saying, and Mafoki are saying, we need sustainable light. So we would plead with the government to support the effort of CDC to acquire light for these communities. Because when light comes to these communities, sustainable development will come crawling and smiling to us. Mr. President, I want everybody to join me in thanking, giving profuse thanks to a man called Craig Dean. He's a good man. He's a quintessential gentleman. But more importantly, he is interested in the development of this community and this country. We, on behalf of Marampa and Mafoki, I would like to thank him profusely for the massive investment he has injected into this. He has injected hope in our community. And I know, because I come from here. I was born here, raised here. And I know during the heydays of Delco, the Honorable Alpha Kano used to come here for holidays because we had money. But I also know that when Delco closed, it was a desert here. We don't want to experience that anymore. And so to my community, I say, please, let us own MML. It is ours. If MML thrives, we thrive. Owning MML means do not steal from the company. Owning MML means do not disrupt the company's work. Owning MML means do not connive with others to defraud the company. That's what owning MML is. So, Mr. President, I thank you once again. And I thank you, Craig Dean. Even though you're not here, the community is willing, and MML is going to stay here for another 100 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Shek. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to show a short video that outlines some of the work we're doing with the fund, the CDF fund, and show the impact it's making in the lives of our communities.
Before doing and after the entire yourself is total wilderness. Marampa Mines, Craig Dean, and the management, our shareholders, give us 1%. This 1% out of the CDC, we're having a lot of transformation taking place.
Fude Sakida Kabia, me and the chairman of the Community Development Committee, we are partners with MML in development. The 1% we MML they provide for the Marampama Folk Chiefdom, the committee where they go about the funds, I mean, the chairman of that committee. Now we get that we call community representatives. These are people we they identify in different communities and they come together and form the community development committee. And then members and then they will meet the members there. And then they ask them voting the members they want for let them do with this 1% we the conduit for development. That's another committee we call the steering committee. We in they manage these funds. Then they prioritize which project and which project will they feel say good for going with the community. So when I take the information and they from the general meeting, I call the steering committee, I present it to them. Then debate, then they prioritize the project here. And when they may give this money, when President may come in 2023, we can do the 2022 money will have $1.7 million. So when they identify them projects, then the first project will start with education. We don't give 626 beginner scholarship to different institutions all over the country. We give 210 the universities, and we give 416 to the vocational them.
I received a CDC scholarship with MML they provide. The scholarship really helped me because coming to look at the embarrassment students face at the university in terms of financial obligation. When we resume, they ask me because of I'm a beneficiary of the scholarship, and then they ask me for Semika Komona do a suit for that particular semester day.
Yeah, it has been good to work together with SIDA. They are coming in to the school has been a blessing for us Now we can boast of having, not to say the latest equipment, but the equipment needed for the practical of the student. Me now one of the beneficiary we get the job at CDC. CDC benefits me pikin in the college right now. We then give me that contract. It make I go all out. I pay for me pikin for go college. CDC OT benefits me plenty because I have been strained for even the eat wise. But now I able to buy me one bag rest with the mondong. I pay now.
We get the clock tower. We did at the center of the town. Instead, we did a fix all. We did a incomplete. We did a try for complete. Now the rehabilitated no South Town Hall, we don't get them a facelift when they're in a very bad shape. It's not the generator room. If I need generator room, they host 2 generators. The solar lights in the villages. We're in 729 houses, 21 villages, where they are around the concession area. They all really give them 88 bulbs each and bring out.
Maramba Mines the intervention for can provide them facility for we are a timely. Now everybody knows say 1 p.m. Now the players themselves instead of grafting, now they can and drink the water. I mean they say what they now they drink the water and the water fine for them.
This is MML local town about today. I can tell you about HIV and AIDS. The last day we don't come here, we just talk to everybody, encourage everybody for letting you do your test. Immediately I get this information, I not sit down. I go now then saloon, now then garage. We say young people and they sit down. But let them can do the HIV test because we know the HIV test. If
they would be for let them continue for do this good work. For let CDC continue for do this work. They would pray for them Maramba Mines live long in the community. Because without this mines here, then can't hear no they happen. Because without the mines, we don't just start forget money for do all them projects here. So I pray for them this thing continue throughout till we we great can pick it for candidates this year, this development here. And I pray that.
Thank you. I hope you all see a little bit of what we're here for today and what the funds that we're contributing to the community, the impact it's making. In 2022, I sat here in this audience as a guest, as the next presenter commissioned the 3.25 million tons of production for MML. A year later, I had joined MML, where our CEO made a promise to the president that there was more to come from Maramba. Here we are today, because of the vision of our CEO, Mr. Craig Dean, and the direction and hard work of this next presenter. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage one of the champion and one of the biggest driving forces in bringing more women to the workforce in Maramba, our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Fred Lottie.
His Excellency President Dio, dear honorable ministers, dear ambassadors, my colleagues, Gerald, MML friends, distinguished speakers. Thank you and welcome to Maramba. Today I'm going to explain what M375 is truly about. And first, I'd like to show you where we are in our trajectory. So maybe let me start anyway. So MML was founded in June 2021, and immediately we want to restart the project. The initial nameplate capacity of Marompa was 2 million ton per year output. And the first thing that we immediately started to do was to export, obviously, our production. The original missions and always for Marompa is to build a long and resilient, sustainable project, and therefore cost reduction has always been on top of our objectives. We exported in 2021 for the very first time at Marompa, and without the rail and port, a Cape-sized vessel. This was never achieved before. Subsequently, in 2022, we expanded the production from 2 million tons per year to 3.25 million tons per year. And we did the inaugurations on this very same location. We immediately started to work on the next phase of expansion from 3.25 to 3.75. In the meantime, we achieved a major milestone in increasing women's percentage in the workforce. We crossed 30% at the end of 2023. And we converted our tailing storage facility into a cyclone deposition to do a dry stacking. This is the first time in the country that we are doing dry stack, and it's one of the very few projects in Africa that is doing a dry stack process. This is setting a very high standard in the global mining industry. Meanwhile, with all the hard work that has been gone into 375, to this day, we have increased production to 3.75 million tons per year. And it's very important to understand that while the increase in volume from 3.25 to 3.75 is modest, the capability that now we have done is hugely important. It's not working so well for me, huh? Oh, there. So, when you look at these slides, and you start from the first row, you have 2 million ton output based on a feedstock of free dig ore. Then we increased to 3.25, and again on the feedstock of free dig ore. But as we increase now to 3.75, with the installation of a big crusher and a SAG mill, we're able now to process and treat hard rock ore. And Marompa is made of 80% of hard rock. And therefore, by this technological breakthrough and this expansion, we're able now to crystallize 100% of the value of this ore body. And the future now, over the next 2 years, is to expand to 5 million ton output. And beyond that, with access to rail and port, to 10 to 20 million tons per year. On this slide, you can see at a high level what the flow sheet is about. First, feeding to the plant, you have a combination of weathered ore, which is the free dig, and the primary hard rock, which require drill and blast. This feedstock goes into a crusher that's going to reduce the size of the hard rock from 1.2 to 1 meters down to 200 millimeter size. Then from the crusher to the SAG mill, where you have another size reduction that is taking the rock from 200 millimeter down to 250 microns. And 250 microns is the size required to liberate the iron so that we can separate it and beneficiate it into the subsequent processing step. The first one is a gravity separation using spirals, and the second stage is the WIMS, where with magnetic separations, we're bringing the product to its Marompa blue threshold, which is 65% Fe. And from there, we are hauling the product over 40-kilometer road and then 70-kilometer river and ocean transport. Now, what M375 is doing is that with the ability to process the hard rock, which is 80% of the makeup of this ore body, we have truly crystallizing 100 years of mining at current throughput. This was never achieved before. Since the discovery of Marompa, from the very first day the geologists put his pick and find iron ore, to this day, never in Marompa have anyone been able to treat hard rock and make a high-grade product. And not only that, is that we have strengthened the ability of this plant to still make high grade, because not only we have different type of ore, soft, hard, there is different mineralogy as well. And to take all these different type of ore and to still make high grade iron ore, 65%, is also the biggest technical breakthrough that this company has gone through. Of course, in the process, we have achieved other milestones. We have increased automations, introduced state-of-the-art technology. We have converted our TSF depositions into semi-dry stack operations. We have increased energy efficiency with our power plant, and now looking toward reducing our carbon footprint, looking at options between natural gas and solar farm. And through the process, obviously continue to make contribution to our communities with the introduction of the CDF funds and annual contributions. We have made donations given to schools, to communities, and continue toward training talents, employees, and future leaders of this company. And so, what I want everyone to remember as they walk out from this event today is that for the next 100 years, that we have creating today the vision that for each ton that is coming out of this project, for each community initiatives, for each technical advancement, we are creating the future of this place. That we are building a prosperous and sustainable project, not just for Sierra Leone, but for the global mining industry as a big base benchmark. And all this hard work has been made possible by many contributions from our ministries, government agencies, our employees and community members. But a special recognition goes to Craig Dean, our chairman and CEO, whose founding visions and continued leaderships have shaped MML from its inception, and to His Excellency, President Bio, whose unwavering support has been crucial to the success of this project. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred. Next, we'll have a statement from the U.S. Ambassador to Sierra Leone, Ambassador Brian Hunt, who has been a true friend of MML as a partly U.S.-owned company, followed by a statement from the UK High Commissioner to Sierra Leone, Madam Josephine Gold, who we have the pleasure of welcoming to our mine site for the first time.
His Excellency, the President of Sierra Leone, Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources, Honorable Ministers and Deputy Ministers of Government, Members of Parliament, Ambassadors, High Commissioners, and members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, heads of departments and agencies of government, paramount chiefs, and members of the Lunsar community, international and private sector partners, leaders of civil society and media, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'd like to start by thanking the Marampa Mines and Gerald Group teams for granting me the privilege to join you today to mark both the commissioning of the M 3.75 expansion project and the presentation of Marampa Mines' latest contribution to the Community Development Fund. Today's milestones exemplify the mutual benefits that can arise from strong economic and trade relationships between the United States and Sierra Leone. As Marampa Mines continues to expand its operations here, both of our countries gain through increased trade, job creation, and shared prosperity. This partnership fosters economic growth that benefits both Sierra Leonean communities and the broader Sierra Leonean and U.S. economies, strengthening ties that promote long-term development and cooperation. Marampa Mines has demonstrated time and again that responsible business practices and sustainable development go hand in hand. Since the commissioning of the initial M 3.25 project in May 2022, Marampa Mines has honored its promises to the government and the people of Sierra Leone to double down on its commitments. The M 3.75 expansion represents a remarkable achievement, increasing production capacity and extending the mine's life to approximately 100 years. This $200 million U.S. investment is a clear vote of confidence in Sierra Leone's future. As we celebrate this achievement, it's important to recognize that economic progress must be shared with the communities who support and sustain it. The announcement today of Marampa Mines' second and third tranche contributions to the Community Development Fund, totaling $3.7 million US, is a testament to the company's commitment to empowering local communities. This contribution is not just the largest in Sierra Leone's history, it is an investment in the future of the country's people. Marampa Mines' commitment to fulfilling its obligations under this and all other Sierra Leonean laws, including those on local content, women's participation, and environmental protection, set it apart from some of its competitors. It demonstrates the commitment of U.S. business to acting as responsible corporate citizens in Sierra Leone and the value of selecting U.S. companies for critical investments such as this one. The impact of the Community Development Fund has already been transformative. Projects funded through this initiative have improved the lives of countless Sierra Leoneans, from solar lighting to over 700 households, to scholarships for over 600 students, to the refurbishment of community centers and schools. The new projects made possible by these additional contributions, including road rehabilitation, solar streetlight installation, and the construction of a 100-bed hospital, will further enhance the well-being of those living within the concession areas. These efforts demonstrate a shared goal of building a prosperous and sustainable future. Marampa Mine's focus on local employment is equally commendable. With over 2,000 direct employees and more than 3,000 jobs created through contractors, the mine has become a vital source of livelihood for many Sierra Leoneans, with 91% of the employees being Sierra Leonean nationals. The expansion project reflects a forward-thinking approach to sustainability. By upgrading to high-performance equipment, including for power generation, Marampa Mines is taking steps to ensure its operations remain environmentally responsible. The partnership between Marampa Mines, Gerald Group, and the government of Sierra Leone is a model of what can be achieved when businesses and governments work together in the spirit of mutual respect and shared responsibility. It is a partnership that has already brought substantial benefits to Sierra Leone, and one that promises to deliver even more in the years ahead. I am proud to witness the positive impact that U.S. investment is making in Sierra Leone. Marampa Mines and Gerald Group are more than businesses. They are partners in progress, contributing to Sierra Leone's development and empowering its people to build a brighter, vital future while simultaneously strengthening and expanding the American economy. In closing, let us remember that sustainable development is about more than numbers and milestones. It is about the impact on ordinary people, the jobs created for men and women who work on the site at Gerald Group's offices in Connecticut and at vendor partners in Sierra Leone and the United States, the students and families who gain access to better education and better health care, and the communities that are uplifted by improved infrastructure and access. Marampa Mines' contributions are creating and expanding opportunities that will benefit tens of thousands of Sierra Leoneans and Americans today, tomorrow, and beyond. Congratulations to Marampa Mines on these remarkable achievements. The United States stands with you as a steadfast partner in building a more prosperous future for us all. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Honourable Chief Minister, Honourable Ministers, Members of Parliament, Paramount Chiefs, my colleagues from the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to be here to see the expansion of Marampa Mines production and the growth in its operations. It's so good to see the significant investment in Sierra Leone's mining sector. Iron ore has been one of the single biggest exports from Sierra Leone to the UK in recent years, so this is of particular interest to us too. This expansion demonstrates Sierra Leone's ability to attract significant investment. Projects like this are helping to unlock the vast potential in Sierra Leone's mining sector. Responsible investment is central to Sierra Leone's long-term economic prosperity. Attracting internationally listed companies means that these projects will be striving to meet the highest international standards, benefiting the local community and this country. The lifespan of this mine means that these benefits will be felt for decades to come, harnessing Sierra Leone's natural wealth sustainably to bring long-term return for the country. Revenue from mines and mining makes a major contribution to the economy. Marampa, as a cornerstone of the mining sector here, is contributing to employment, foreign exchange revenues and economic growth. I hope to see this expansion further increase the opportunities and benefits for Sierra Leone. This investment brings with it not just economic opportunities, but also the promise of positive social impact with a contribution to the Community Development Fund. We're pleased to see Marampa's commitment to supporting community projects which will contribute to local development and empowerment. We look forward to following the work of the mine and the continued development of Sierra Leone's mining sector, and to seeing how the country's vast mineral wealth will benefit the citizens of Sierra Leone and support the long-term economic growth. Congratulations to all of you who have been involved in reaching this point with the mine and with the community development. And my good wishes to the future success of Marampa Mines. Thank you.
Thank you, High Commissioner. Our next guest traveled all the way from the United States to Sierra Leone for the first time, directly from Yulunge Airport to the mine site, specifically for this event. She's worked with Gerald Group for 24 years, and she is the woman behind the money. Please help me in giving a warm Sierra Leonean welcome to Gerald Group CFO and Executive Board Member, Ms. Patricia Nicolopoulos.
Mr. President, His Excellency Julius Matabillo, Honorable Minister of Mines Julius Matai, distinguished ministers, deputy ministers, and civil servants, honorable ambassadors, and members of the diplomatic corps, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, staff of MML, MMH, and Gerald Group. Good afternoon. It is truly an honor for me to have traveled here for my first time for this event. It's an honor and a privilege to be here with all of you today. My name again is Patricia Nicolopoulos, and I am the CFO of Gerald Group. I bring warm greetings from our global colleagues and team, and I'm deeply honored today to represent our CEO and Chairman, Craig Dean. Craig couldn't be with us today due to medical reasons, but he asked me to convey his gratitude for the incredible support of Marampa Mines and his pride for everything that we have accomplished together. Before I read Craig's remarks, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, President Bio. Craig has shared with me on a number of occasions that you are his friend, a true supporter of MML when they need it. Thank you, and God bless you. We appreciate you. Here are Craig's remarks. 3 years ago, we embarked on an ambitious journey at Marampa Mines, and what we've achieved since is nothing short of extraordinary. 2024, while a year marked by its challenges, has proven that with determination, investment, and innovation, we can not only overcome obstacles, but thrive in the face of them. As many of you know, the global iron ore market can be unpredictable. Prices fluctuate, demand shifts. Yet despite these uncertainties, we made the decision to invest over $200 million into state-of-the-art equipment, including a gyrating crusher, a SAG mill, an expanded power plant. Our goal was clear: increase production capacity, improve efficiency, and deliver on the promise we made to Sierra Leone, our partners, and our communities. Today we celebrate two major milestones of Marampa Mines. The first, the successful commissioning of the 3.7 million tons per year of high-grade iron ore, and the second, the presentation of our 2023 and 2024 Community Development Fund, the largest donation by any mining company in Sierra Leone's history. These milestones reflect the hard work, dedication, and partnership that have brought us here. They all serve as a reminder that our journey is far from over. As we continue to grow, we remain steadfast in our commitment to ensuring sustainable development for Sierra Leone and its people. Our expansion of 3.7 million tons per year isn't just about scaling operations. It's about doing so in a way that prioritizes sustainability and responsibility. With advanced technologies like a cyclone deposition system for tailings management, We are setting new standards for environmentally responsible mining. This investment is about securing the future, not just that of Marampa Mines, but of Sierra Leone's economy and the communities around us. We're positioning ourselves for at least 100 years of continuous operation, creating lasting value and opportunity for generations to come. While the expansion is critical, we're equally proud of our commitment to the communities that have supported us. At Marampa Mines, we believe in shared prosperity. That's why today we are presenting our 1% free on board revenue for 2023 and 2024 for the Community Development Fund. Through this fund, we will support projects that have a direct and lasting impact on the people who live here, whether it's building schools, improving healthcare facilities, creating new jobs, or protecting the environment for future generations. Managed by a community development committee with representatives from both Marampa and Maforki chiefdoms and the company, we are all ensuring that these funds are used effectively to meet the needs of the people in our host communities. Looking ahead, the future of Marampa Mines is brighter than ever. Our expansion to 3.75 million tons per year and our continued commitment to the Community Development Fund places us at the forefront of sustainable mining. We're not stopping here. We will continue to innovate, grow, and ensure that both our operations and the communities we serve prosper together. I look forward to the time when we produce 5, 10, and even 20 million tons annually, which is possible with the support of our Gerald and Marampa teams, and of course, the support of our community and the government of Sierra Leone, who are our friends, our family, our strongest supporters of growth. All of this is achievable in the not so distant future if we continue to bond together, support each other. No goal is set too high. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to His Excellency, President Bio, for his dedication to improving the lives of his citizens and his incredible support for MML, which has been and continues to be instrumental to ensuring our success. Without the unwavering support, we would not have been able to restart in 2021 with M2, quickly progress to M325, and now reach M375, and extend the MML mine life to 100 years in less than 3 years. It's not the words I speak that have meaning, it's the actions you visibly see that demonstrate it all. Thank you again, Your Excellency. I would like to also extend my gratitude to our employees who every day push themselves to ensure that the dreams become reality. And here we are, another one for the record books. M375 is now a reality. Without your dedication, it would not have been possible. As we celebrate these milestones, I ask each of you to remember that this success is not just Marampa's. It's a success for everyone in Sierra Leone. Remember, our success means jobs, our success means government of Sierra Leone revenues, our success means development, our success means we can give to the community. Our success means prosperity for all. Please continue to support us in our journey as we build a sustainable, successful future, one that will continue to benefit generations to come. Thank you, Craig Dean, Chairman and CEO. Thank you all.
Thank you, Patty. Everyone, please bear with me as we make a few housekeeping announcements before we come to the most important part of the program. Following the presentation of the CDF check, there will also be a presidential tour to our mine sites for the president to witness the expansion. There will be a few pre-selected guests who will accompany the president on this tour. However, only people who have already received passes will be able to attend. We want to apologize to everyone here. Not everyone will be able to attend this tour. As you all know, this is a 24-hour mining operation, and due to that, we have a limit as to how many people, for health and safety reasons, are able to go on the mine sites. Also, please be informed, the members of government who will be going on this tour, so please congregate in the front after the president has exited, so you can have a brief security briefing with our MML health and safety team. Following that, you'll be escorted to the parking lot where buses have been provided, a 36-seater bus for government and another bus for members of the press. Please be informed that no other vehicles will be allowed to enter the mining area. The rest of our honored guests, please, you'll be escorted to the back area over there where ushers will show you where you will receive lunch and refreshments, and for the community as well to an area where you will receive gifts that we've prepared for you. As mentioned earlier, Marampa is 90% owned by Gerald Group. The other 10% is owned by the government of Sierra Leone. It's owned by the government of Sierra Leone. As such, the government also has a seat on the board of MML. I'd like to introduce to the stage Mr. Joseph Sandy, who is the government board appointed member to MML.
Good afternoon, His Excellency. May I stand on existing protocol? I am here to introduce the keynote speaker, who is always here to make history. If I was from Marampa or Mafoki, my prayers would be for the next keynote speaker to always be visiting here. He's been here on 3 occasions. The very first occasion was to commission 3.25, and the second visit was to make a big CDA payment to the community of Marampa. He is a transformative leader, somebody who has inspired a lot, including me. He has made a lot of transformative decisions, including ones that we are benefiting from these mines now, where we've got 33% of our workforce being all female. This is as a result of his direct policies, where he said the minimum workforce of every Sierra Leonean organization should be at least 30% women. It gives me great pride to introduce our guest note speaker, who is no less a person but His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Madabir. Let's sit down, please. Madam Chair, the Chief Minister, the Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources, other government ministers present here today, members of Parliament, the Paramount Chief and other traditional leaders present, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, the Chief Operating Officer of Gerard Matters Group, and staff of the Marampa Mines Limited, distinguished guests, Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First, I want to express my profound gratitude to the management and staff of the Marampa Mines Limited for choosing to invest and work in Sierra Leone. As a result of this investment, I'm here today to launch the M375 expansion project and to hand over a dummy check of the CDA fund to the community people. I wish to thank the Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources, the resident minister, paramount chief, and the district chairman and councillors for providing the required oversight for the company and for hosting and supporting the company's operations. The company needs the unconditional support and goodwill of the community to thrive. Likewise, the people need the company to provide jobs and support community development projects. This symbiotic relationship is imperative for the smooth operations of the company, just as it is for the community and national development. I have been told reliably that MML has provided over 2,000 jobs for the local community, including jobs for women, which exceed the 30% minimum quota for women. I like to hear that voice. I'm also informed that the company has provided 208 students with fully funded university scholarships. Thank you for supporting our human capital development program. Another 408 have benefited from bursaries for technical and vocational training. Human capital development, especially skills training, is a great enabler of upward social and economic mobility. It helps to provide the right competencies that young people need to fit into the job market. This is not only good news for the people of Lonsa, it is for all of us as Sierra Leoneans. However, I'm most proud that Port Loko is today benefiting from my government's commitment to private sector investment to transform lives one job at a time. In addition to several projects and factories that have been channeled to Port Loko district, my government is the first to have successfully negotiated a community development agreement, CDA, on this magnitude. We will talk about the core, we will talk about all history. But under my leadership, you have gotten more than you have for the last century of mining. Call it a century. This is intentional, this is deliberate, because we are a human capitalist administration. We invest in people in several ways. In 2022, I handed over $1.7 million as the Community Development Fund from MML, and we are here again to hand over to the beneficiaries for 2023 and 2024 fiscal year. It is now left with you as citizens in this mining area to utilize these funds to further your social and economic priorities in addition to government's direct support. I've also been informed that from the previous payment, 723 households in the mining area now enjoy solar light. Town halls, community centers have been refurbished. 1,000 sets of furniture have been provided for various schools in the concession area. These are very good use cases for CDA payments. The push by government for companies to establish a CDA reflects our commitment to ensure that communities can more directly benefit from mining resources. We are a people's government, and we make sure that the people who live in the communities benefit directly. That is why we are very bullish about making sure that the communities get something back. To this end, I'm told that new infrastructure projects have been approved, including the rehabilitation of the feeder road from Lonsa Old Town to Komfa Bana, and the installation of solar street lights in Lonsa Township itself. After that project, Lonsa will be brighter than Freetown. That is challenging me as Minister of Energy. I was also pleased to hear about the construction of 100-bed hospital to address healthcare needs. These are all lasting benefits that this community will derive from its relationship with the company. I will continue to urge all those handling the CDA funds to enhance transparency. I am told that the money is not in your account. That money should be in the account of the local authorities so that they take full charge. And I will urge that that is done. I also urge the management of MML to continue to work with the community to amicably resolve concerns and disputes. The chiefs and community leaders should be perceived as critical stakeholders in the company's operations. It is in everybody's interest to keep the mines open and the company profitable. By now, you know that the more money they make, the more money you get. So, except when completely necessary, industrial actions should be limited, because the more you strike, the less you get. The more you create problems, the less you get. The last time I was here, I made a promise that my government will do everything necessary to ensure that the company operates seamlessly and makes healthy profit. One of the previous speakers has said, you should embrace the company. It is your company. Marampa, Mafoki, this is your company. Nurture it, support it, make sure it can make profit and more profit. Although some aspect of profitability lies beyond your control. As far as I'm concerned, this commitment is still in place. That is to make sure that we help Marampa mines to make profit. I'm impressed with the additional investments, over 200 million United States dollars, that MML has made to expand its operation. In this vein, I am here today to launch the M375 expansion project that focuses on optimization and increased production volumes. I look forward to discussing with how government could further support the development and further expansion. My government remains committed to supporting the future sustainability
strategies of the company, including more renewable energy to power its operations. These priorities align with government's effort to gain and increase its energy mix to sustainably drive growth through industrial development. My government has also identified a third-party rail and port access as a critical enabler for the production growth for the iron ore sector. This is intended to lower structural barriers in respect to shared use of mining infrastructure and develop effective coordinating mechanism for facilitating access. My government philosophy is that of inclusive development. And I've always believed that people from the mining community should have tangible benefits from mining companies' operations. Today, the payment of another round of CDA funds by MML shows the company's commitment to that philosophy. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember in 2022, MML paid $1.7 million as CDA fund to the community people. Today, I'm here to hand over the dummy check of $3.7 million. $3.7 million, equivalent to over 83 million new loans as payment for 2023-2024 CDA fund to the people. These payments are intended to directly enhance the development and well-being of the local communities, reflecting my government's shared commitment to equitable and inclusive development. It is my expectation, ladies and gentlemen, that as the company's investment and operations expand, the company's profit margin will increase, as I said earlier, which will reflect on the amount of CDA funds that you get also. I want to personally pledge with our esteemed paramount chiefs here, political representatives and all local leaders to rally their people, especially the youth, to protect the company's investment. I saw the Minister of Finance. I don't know if we are going, because the money is getting really high, we need to tax Mafoki and Marapa. These developments are not about any single individual or political party. They are about the citizens of Sierra Leone. Ladies and gentlemen, on my part and that of my government, I will continue to assure you of the enabling environment for private sector to thrive. Sierra Leone is open for business, and I want to say at this point that MML in the various international fora where we have been present have spoken very pleasantly about their experience in Sierra Leone, and that has made it easier for others to favorably consider this destination, Sierra Leone, as a destination for investment. Indeed, investment from the United States of America and other Western countries has increased. Let's continue to make our country a destination for foreign direct investment. Moreover, we will continue to ensure that this company operates seamlessly and that the wealth derived from our natural resources enriches the lives of all Sierra Leoneans. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now coming to the final event, which is the presentation of the CDF check. I'd like to first call our CFO to please, we're going to do this in the front, to go to the front. The check will be presented to the Minister of Mines, who will also then present the check to the President for it to be presented to the chiefs of Marampa and Mafoki. We want to also thank the Minister of Mines for his tremendous support over the years, and we look forward to continued great partnership.
Yes. Okay, all right.
Comment il can crowd here if you don't pull a mail on air.
Naona kuna miguche mnazo.
Bakar. This one. Bakar. The packets in one. Cook, okay. So okay. Yes, sir. Not to mind you.
The check to the Community Development Fund is 83,700,000 leones. Leones, sorry.
Members of the high table, quickly please, may come forward for our photo opportunity. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. At this point, please rise for the national anthem for the formal end of the program. Please remain where you are as the president departs. And I'm advised that there will be a short induction ceremony for ministers and other guests for the mines visits. Ministers and other guests should remain for a short induction for the mines visits.